Ms. Wright, you're suing your niece. Whew, Lord, these family matters. For $1,200 for unpaid rent. You say because she disrespected your home, and defendant says I don't owe her anything because I wasn't living there. Now, that's not much of an argument, because clearly, how is she asking you for rent if you weren't living there? But we'll get to that in a minute.
Well, Your Honor, my name is Lydia Wright, and I'm from Charleston, West Virginia.
Wow.
I am suing my only niece.
Only?
She needs to learn to be responsible and the value of hard work. She skipped out on a lease, and it is not okay. I realized that she wasn't getting along with her family. Her and her parents were not getting along. She's always been a unique person, and that's actually one of the many things I really love about her. So when she could no longer live there, I offered her my home for $600 a month, and we decided to do a 6-month lease to see how it all went. She came there, and everything was great for the first few months. I gave her rules. The rules in my house are clean up after yourself, no smoking, no drinking, no visitors inside the room, closed doors, man, woman, otherwise, no closed door visits, and pay your rent on time. My neighbor came over to me and told me to come over, that she needed to talk to me. Well, she caught her son viewing online pornography. I didn't believe it.
It wasn't pornography, Your Honor.
That's all right, I'm gonna give you your opportunity.
I had her son pull up the page because she caught him viewing the content, and I see Alex online, and I see boobs and hoo-ha.
Boobs and ooh-ha.
That's right, boobs and hoo-ha. I am not okay with that. Not okay with that at all. I went home, knocked on the door, went inside her room, and I confronted her. She admitted it. I looked around, and there's cameras in my home, and I told her she could not do pornography in my home. That was not acceptable.
So you put her out?
Care.
No, I told her she needed to make a decision. She needed to make an honest living, a real job, not pornography, and pay her rent. So a month goes by, we're not really talking, I barely see her. And then the end of April, she tells me the day she's moving that she's leaving.
So when did you tell her she needed to pay rent or not do the pornography or move?
At the beginning of April, and she had already paid for April. So there was like 2 months left.
So at the end of April, she moved?
Yes. On the day she was moving, she told me she was moving. No 30-day notice, nothing.
Okay. So how much does she owe you?
$1,200.
Okay. All right. What's your defense? What is your position on this, Ms. Meeks?
For one, it's not pornography. It's lingerie, little videos, a couple of pictures, no pornography. The thing is, she told me that I could no longer make the money the way that I was making it, which was...
Well, she didn't tell me you were making money, so you have to tell me that part.
Okay, well, yes. The first 4 months, I was doing car shares, like food delivery, fast food, even house cleaning to try to pay for the rent. And I was struggling. So I found out from a friend that she was making a certain amount by doing, uploading certain pictures.
Well, stop all talking this around the corner. You in court now, you've done what you've done, we're all adults, you're gonna tell me what you did. That I was talking to a friend, she can make a certain amount of money for doing a certain da-da-da-da-da-da. Just tell me what you did. What did you do? I didn't ask you to tell me. You already told me your side. To tell me what you did. You take pictures of yourself in lingerie. Were you exposing your vagina?
No, ma'am, no. You couldn't, there was no skin. Everything was covered. There was no what? There was no skin, you couldn't see too much, everything.
If you're in lingerie, how is there no skin? Most lingerie show skin.
Not skin where it matters, the private areas.
That's
the
what I'm
private
asking you to tell me.
Covered. All the private areas were covered. but it was more
See-through.
skin than your average outfit or swimsuit. It's like a swimsuit.
Okay, so do you have one picture of yourself in that position?
No, I have lots of pictures and videos.
So do you have one picture to show the court?
No, ma'am, I'm not bringing the court.
Why not?
Cause I'm not. That's something you gotta pay for.
Okay.
The niece admitted she had struggled to survive on delivery jobs. Then she found a new way to earn money online. Her income suddenly jumped from hundreds to thousands of dollars. She argued that she wasn't breaking any laws at all. The judge listened carefully before asking the toughest questions.
Something like that.
When you're in the video, what do you do in the video?
It depends on what they're asking me to do.
So if they're asking you to gyrate, do you do that?
Yes.
If they're asking you to touch your private parts, do you do that?
Yes.
If they're asking you to expose your breasts, do you do that?
Yes, but
Okay.
This is the legal crux of the case. Whose rights take priority, the landlord's or the tenant's? Judge Mablean spells it out. When you rent a room, it becomes your private space. As long as you're not breaking the law, what you do inside is your business. Lydia's mistake here was assuming that her role as aunt gave her more authority than the law actually allows. But in court, contracts outweigh family ties. This is a reminder, if you're renting property to family, emotions can cloud the legal realities.
All right. And you have cameras set up in your room to do this.
yes.
In my
In
home.
her, well, it's your house. It's her room. She's paying $600 a month to rent the room. In her room is privacy.
Your Honor,
as she
it's
should
my
be.
house.
Okay, keep
It is
talking.
my house.
All right.
It is
You want
my
to say it
house.
one more time? Now let me tell you something. This is my courtroom. But I'm only going to say it once. And I need you to be quiet when I'm talking to her or when I'm talking. So how much money did you make doing this?
I actually have proof of showing like how drastically it has changed my bank account since I've started.
You got proof of that, but no proof of the videos and what you actually do. But I'm not worried about that. So how do people find you?
They search it up. You go on the website and you find the person and you pay to get to see only their content.
From January, an average of you had a $700 balance in your account to April, you had a $6,000 balance. Wow.
And there it is. Judge Mablean delivers the verdict. Judgment for the defendant, Alexandra. Why? Because no laws were broken. Lydia's personal objections, while understandable, don't override Alexandra's rights as a tenant. This case shows a brutal truth. Family expectations don't hold up in court without legal backing. Alexandra walks away owing nothing, and Lydia leaves not just without rent, but with a fractured relationship. This is why written contracts are king, even in family arrangements.
So why didn't you pay your rent?
I was not there. The 4 months.
As emotions exploded, the judge quickly took control of the courtroom. She reminded everyone that personal opinions don't replace legal rights. A rented room comes with privacy protected by law. Family relationships couldn't change the legal agreement they had made. The aunt believed it was still her house and her rules. But the judge focused only on what the law actually allowed.
4 months that I was there, I paid on time. When at the end of April was my last payment, was when she told me that I could no longer make my money the way I was making it. So that being that I could no longer make the money to pay her rent, I wasn't going to sit there and let the rent accumulate. So I decided to leave because I figured since that month that I had stayed there was paid for, that was fine for me to leave.
All right. So in the middle of the month is when you discovered this, the middle of April?
Right.
And you gave her an ultimatum?
Yes, I
Which
did.
said decide how you're going to make your money, or, say it again?
She would have to stop doing porn to live in my home.
You called it porn. But
It's
this is how did you present it to her?
I told her that it is not a good life. It is not what she wants to do. I brought her to my home to guide her and help her to be the woman that she needs to be. To make
How old
an
is this? How old are you, if I may
I'm
ask?
23.
Did your aunt tell you that she didn't want that type of work in her home?
Well, this started after I moved in and the
Oh, your
other
friend
jobs
told you about
were
it.
not working.
Okay. So you told her she had to make a decision.
Yes, I did.
She made a decision. I need to make this money. And I need to make my money in this manner. So she moved out. You didn't say you got 30 days notice. You told her to make up her mind. Her rent was paid for April. She made up her mind. She made a decision. She moved out. Right now you're trying to collect the rent from her. Because when you rent a room to someone, unless they're breaking the law, that room is their room. And it's their private room when they're paying rent. And they have the right to the use of that room in the manner they choose, as long as it doesn't violate any laws. So judgment for the
The judge ruled completely in favor of the niece. No law had been broken inside the rented room. The aunt's objections were personal, not legal. Without clear contract violations, unpaid rent couldn't be enforced. The case proved that emotions never outweigh legal rights in court. One family walked away divided, but the law had spoken clearly.